Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to go talk about kind of a big subject that now even other big articles are kind of chiming on into, and I myself, and even people in the community and everything else out there, have also kind of noticed and, well, finally go and talk about. And the fact of is the PlayStation 5, the good old PlayStation 5 console, finally becoming easier to buy? Is the shortage finally ending? And as well, if anyone out there still has not had a chance to get their consoles, are they still hopefully going to be able to get them sooner rather than later? And I feel like this has been kind of almost like a good, feels good type video, mainly because we've been sitting here and watching and tracking these restocks for such a very, very long time that having the chance to go and see this and at some point finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, although it's not fully there yet, it's probably getting there soon. It just kind of leads to me being pretty happy, because it also means I can finally make other videos and make fun, other fun stuff. I am pretty excited for that. So we have a lot of things to go talk about, a lot of discussions to go bring up in here, and kind of giving my own kind of chime-ins too, especially because I've been doing and watching these restocks for such a long time. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. And for our PS5 giveaway, we have only like 1 or 2 more days left on the How links, I believe, down below. So check those on out in case you guys would like to. For the brand new monitor, you get $100 off. Super good deal. Link down below. Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to. We're checking out Cult of the Lamb up on Twitch if you guys are bored. And as well, we have the Target links for a lot of folks have still been going and getting their consoles too as well. So very first and foremost, we've actually been seeing a lot of proactiveness when it comes to these really big retailers these past few, well, probably like I'd say past 3 months. Now this kind of has also turned into a lot less stuff online, which can kind of go either or, but at least in my mind, I think it's actually kind of a good thing. Now maybe like a year ago, a lot of folks were like, hey, how do we fix these restocks? How do we just make it so it's better? And there was a huge issue both on scalpers, as well as also on botters, and as well as also on production. And it does kind of seem like all 3 of these are slowly getting better. We even have articles over here, like we could show you guys, like The Verge, that are like, hey, the PlayStation 5 is almost now easy to buy, and they're thankfully not disappearing nearly as quickly as they used to. Now, this still just kind of stands by the fact that there is still places going out of stock relatively quickly, and there is still going to be places that will be going out of stock for quite some time. But it's kind of been fun to see because we've been seeing kind of like the slow, like boom, 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 and it seems like the PlayStation 5 is last in line. It first of all starts off with the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Switch. Both of those, even if you guys remember, it was kind of a funny time because nowadays they're just perpetuality. The Xbox Series S literally would be sold out. And it literally would still be like, hey, when is the next Xbox Series S restock going to happen? While the Nintendo Switch OLED 2 as well, there was like a good solid, I'd say like 3 to 6 months, depending on where or how long, or like, how hard you were actually trying to go get it, where all these consoles actually were like all out of stock, like perpetuality. And that was kind of a crazy time because even I remember doing restocks at the very start of like Switch OLEDs and Xbox Series S's. It was kind of crazy. And then it turned into the Xbox maybe around like, let's say like 9 months ago, where they were kind of staying in stock for multiple hours, and then they'd start kind of getting in stock for multiple days, and then at some point a lot of the stock was just pretty much available, like I don't want to say 24/7, but pretty much up there. And then right afterwards too, we had a lot of stuff with NVIDIA and AMD GPUs where their price points were extremely high, and then they kind of tapered down. But now we're actually getting to the point where it seems like the PlayStation 5s are almost to that point. Not fully there as of right this second, but it is almost getting there right now. And this kind of goes in times into what we even talked about, is that the Horizon Forbidden West was a huge bump up for both people who are, well, kind of okay paying that somewhat incentivized price point of like the $550 or $450 for the digital. And with that, people are like, let's go. Like, I'm excited. I'm happy about this. Like, this is like good because it's kind of letting people go and get their console slightly quicker versus having to pay that very small premium. And this stock was actually still in stock for over 19 hours. Now, granted, it's also from Sony Direct themselves, so Sony obviously would want to have as many consoles as they personally can, and wants to get as much stock as they can personally can. But for a restock for lasting for over 19 hours is almost unheard of. And that's why we like the PS Directs, because they've had such big stock. But we've also been seeing a lot more other stock showing up for at least a decent amount of time when it comes to other big locations. Like Best Buy has been a really good example, where some stores have been sitting on stock for 1 or 2 days, mainly because some people don't even know it's there, like it's just kind of luck of the draw if you show up there, but as well because a lot of these retailers are staying away from online and they're pushing more for in-store. Target's also another good example, or just if people get lucky and they use the Target links down below, they have a good chance of potentially getting their consoles. And then same thing too with Walmart, moving slightly more in stores better. But even maybe like the last Walmart Plus restock that happened around, let's say like 2 months ago, even then, when a lot of the restocks were kind of still like slowly tapering down, and there is still big demand, both on like third-party sellers, scalpers, botters, and even people just trying to get them casually. The demand is still very high. Like, I'm not going to say it's easy as all heck, but like, it's not that bad. But when it does come with all the stock out there, just letting everyone know, it's like kind of hardcore. Like, there's actually kind of a lot of like stock out there nowadays that's kind of floating around that you could easily go and get. And this is also, I think, just in regards to both less botters. Like, the botting situation was really rough. Like, that was rough. But as well, I do think with the Horizon, and this was, I think I made a video on this maybe like 2-3 months ago, where I was talking about how the Horizon console, how that was basically a marketing genius move, because it then lets Sony go and spend, let's say, an extra $10 on the overall console, or even maybe let's say like extra $5 on the overall console to get the chips out slightly faster, and then they're already making money back on, say, the Horizon, where maybe at some point they'd be charging $30 or $40 for the game itself, and then they're technically getting that extra money made up back from you having a chance to get the console quicker with the Horizon console, and also getting, like, you know, they're also making money off the Horizon and also making the Horizon sales look a little bit better. If it tops the charts, and then people want to go maybe check it out more, or they can maintain the higher review because so many people are buying it, quote unquote buying it, all that type of stuff. And I do think this is a big point. Even the article itself mentions where it's like, hey, if the stock is still up there for 19 hours, you don't have to literally be on top of your phone, literally refreshing articles, literally refreshing all different types of websites. You can literally just go and be like, hey, I saw the tweet 4 hours ago. Let's go check and see if there's still stock there. And if there is, which hopefully there is, and ideally there is, then guess what? Everything's going absolutely dandy and beautiful. And I love that. I love seeing that, because at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you have to sit here and stare at your monitor, which some people have been doing for the past 2 years. Or as well as we've mentioned, with a lot more stores doing in-store stock. That means you're more so just competing against your own local economy for where you live at and people around your town or whatever. Obviously, you're in the city, it's a little bit harder, but like, it just seems like a fantastic way to finally start segueing into normalcy. We're still not there yet. We will probably be there, hopefully, sometime in the near future. But it is insane for me to think that it has lasted this long and has taken this long for us to even have a chance to potentially get a console within a day. You'd imagine the PS4, like, it'd be like probably in the first few months, then you can just go and walk into a store and there's stock available in-house and you're fine and good to go. It's been kind of like a crazy road. Like, if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel, doing thousands of videos on these restocks and just news on the information economy, whatever, it's been absolutely crazy, and I really hope the next PlayStation 6 or Xbox, you know, whatever the next one's going to be, is not going to be this bad. Although a lot of folks out here keep on saying, like, it's just happy, because we're seeing that the PlayStation 5 sales have actually been going down as well. So basically, like, as of right now, there is a little bit less percentage growth when it comes to that stuff in general. They're still making good money. They're still doing good sales. But we've seen both on PlayStation and Xbox that the projected sale growth is a little bit on the lower side. So all this put together is just nice, because we're seeing also new formats, such as Amazon with their brand new email system, which is kind of getting people a lot more proper additional consoles, which is super nice to see. It's awesome. That's cool. It's very nice, because it also tones down on botters in some places like Walmart and Amazon, and even Target. We're just full of bots and full of people just taking every bit of console. So this is awesome. Now, I'm not sure how well the future of, let's say, like, the holiday season is going to be, because funny enough, like, it is slowly getting there. Like, it's getting there pretty close. I'm not sure if I'll still be doing a restocks then, because it's still quite a few months away. We might even for Black Friday or so, but it's just insane to go and see how proactive and how interesting everything has been when it comes to restocks. That it does seem like it's getting easier, that Sony is still making and leading a lot of these locations with production and how they're just doing super well. So it almost kind of seems like the drought might be getting close to ending. We still have quite a few months left to go until it's super duper easy and it's super duper on shelves or on Amazon 24/7. but this is kind of like a nice, like fresh breath of air, and it does seem like everything's getting just a little easier, a little bit nicer as time goes on. So kind of give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. As we keep on mentioning, we do also have the brand new links down below for that How link. Go save your money and check that out down below. There's only a few more days left. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to follow, and the Target links too as well. So check those all on out if you guys would like.